get into this product that I'm going to show you today, I want to talk a lot about something that's the most important, like one of the most important things when choosing a product is margin, okay? So let me explain why margin is so important, okay? And this brand here is doing about 200K a month, okay? And margin is so important because if you look at the best brands in the world, okay, and the brands that have been able to scale the highest, look, for example, Apple. Apple have huge margins. Louis Vuitton have huge margin. Designer brands have huge margins, okay? The reason they are able to grow at such scale is because they have so much capital to work with, because they charge so much for their products. They don't just charge like the traditional brands we see out here. They're charging maybe 2-3x times their product, okay? And a lot of people like to choose products that have very high cost of goods, okay? Like it's just a big product and it's just expensive, okay? For example, a lot of people choose like t-shirt, like clothing, okay? Clothing is probably the worst margin because because each t-shirt, if it depending on the quality, costs quite a bit, right? So the secret to building real great amazing brands, I'm not saying you're going to be the next Apple, but you need to have margins like Apple, Louis Vuitton, and all these designer brands, okay? And I'm going to show you a very good example of great margin, okay? So this brand here is doing about 200K per month, okay? And we're going to quickly go over to their website right here. Self-adhesive cluster lashes, okay? And you can see buy one, get one free. So they have a very good offer running right now. Buy two, get two free, okay? And the reason they're able to make these offers because of their margin, okay? And I'm going to show you the exact cost of their products. You can see right here, it's a very small product and cute packaging. You can see at the end of the day, it's a little bit of hair and a little bit of cardboard for the packaging, okay? So I'm going to quickly show you guys. Now we're going to go over to the supply. We're going to look at the ads as well, but we're going to look at supplies, okay? So we can see here that you can get these kits, right, for $1, okay? You can get them for $1.80 to $2, okay? And you can see you can get them from Korea as well, okay? So you can get them from both Korea and China. You can actually say it's Korean lashes, okay? That could be a marketing spin on it, but you can see they pretty much get it for $1. So if we go back to their website, how much are they charging for each kit? They're charging $65, okay? So what markup is that? Okay, so let's say 2 kits is $4 and they're charging $60. If we look at the math, I don't know what that is. Like, what is $5 out of 65 as a percentage?
$5 divided by 65 is approximately $7 and 69 cents.
Okay, so that's 7x, not 7x, okay? So they're charging 7 times for their product, okay? And the reason they can do that is because of their margin, okay? The reason they're able to scale is because they have such a healthy margin, okay? The best businesses all have very healthy margins. Same with all my brands. My brands, the cost to actually get some of the products I have is very cheap, okay? I have such a huge margin that I can spend and outbid every single person in my niche in my ads because I have good margin, okay? After everything, I probably have about 35% margin, okay? And that's the reason I have this margin is because I focus on the unit economics to begin with, okay? Because I see some brands, they have a 20-30% margin before they even run ads, okay? If you have 20-30% margin before you run ads, you're not going to be profitable, okay? So you have to really focus on it's all about leverage. How can you leverage yourself? Like, for example, you can get lashes for so cheap, okay? So you can get magnetic lashes. Obviously, probably you shouldn't sell this product, okay? But I'm showing you an example of what is possible when you have these great margins. You can make these products work, okay? Because you got to remember, you can get all these products on AliExpress for cheap, okay? So it really comes down to branding and positioning. Clusters, okay? Like we go on, you can see, look, you can get all the same products for $1.60, okay? 10,000 plus sold, okay? So why is it that we have people spending $65 on this website, and you can see they're getting, it's called Lash Buddy, and they're getting like 10,000 monthly visitors, and we go over to Shop Hunter, that you can see they're easily doing 200K a month, okay? And their best selling product is self-adhesive lash clusters. So this product right here, okay, 32K, okay? And we're gonna go break down some of their ads, okay? So if we go over here, we can see their best performing ad here. Why mums can't stop sharing this lash secret. Very good hook, okay? Already a very good hook. And a very good offer as well. Buy one, get one free. It's such a good offer, okay? By the way, for people that don't understand what buy one, get one free is, it's buy one, get one free, but essentially what it's saying is that get 50% off, okay? Buy one, get one free is pretty much just 50% off because you're getting one for half price, right? No, you're paying half the price. So that this is another way to say 50% off because you're buying two, right, for the price of one. So it's kind of like just half the price. So it's 50% off. So it's kind of like a fancier way of saying 50% off. And this only works for a cheap product like this, okay? It wouldn't work for any other products that like are heavy, like an ice bath. Okay, buy one, get one free doesn't make sense because it costs you too much to ship. It's too heavy. This product is so light and it's so small, and the cost of it is like under $1. Like it really wouldn't affect you that much to do a buy one, get one free. So do not do a buy one, get one free if it eats into your margin, you make less money, okay? Buy one, get one free only works if you have a very high margin, okay? So let's continue with this ad.
If you have never been able to put on fake lashes, don't worry, you have this. It is so easy, anyone can do it. Self-adhesive lash clusters from Lash Buddy. Really natural and it doesn't look like you have anything on.
So already we know the demographic that buys these lashes are girls between 18 and 25, okay? We already know that. So they nailed the creator because the creator is already between that age demographic. So I really talk a lot about having the perfect creator so the ad kind of feels authentic, okay? It feels authentic and it's not, it's someone else using the product. You have to find someone that looks like your ideal customer using your product.
To take it out, you just want to remove it.
And then the bulk of the ad is, how to use it.
With holding it and just lifting it. Look at the difference already. Look at how lifted my eyes are here.
Okay, so before and after right there, okay? People want to see transformation, okay, in the ad, and they've showed transformation right there, okay? You can see the split screen right there. It's a before and after.
How lifted my eyes are here, and then this. It doesn't even.
You gotta remember, people online, they're not buying products, okay? I'm gonna tell you guys this again. People online, they're not buying products, they're buying transformation. They're buying a result. They're buying a feeling, okay? They're not buying your product just because of your product and your brand, okay? They're buying a feeling. Even like the best brands in the world, like Louis Vuitton, they're not buying Louis Vuitton because of the product, okay? Because it doesn't make sense if you're buying Louis Vuitton for the function of the bag, because you can just get a cheap bag, okay? They're buying Louis Vuitton for a feeling, okay? And you can be brainwashed as much as you like and say, I'm buying Louis Vuitton because of the craftsmanship, okay? Or the design or the quality. Let's be honest, a bag is a bag, and you paying 30 times the actual price of a bag, you're buying a feeling. You're buying a sense of belonging, okay? You don't really care about Louis Vuitton, okay? No one really cares about the brand. They care about how it makes them feel, okay? So when it comes to all your ads, make sure you guys showing some sort of transformation, selling some sort of feeling, selling some sort of emotion. Like for these lashes, all right? The feeling they're selling is confidence, transformation, making your eyes look prettier, making a girl feel more confident, making a girl feel more prettier, making a girl feel prettier without the cost of going to a lash salon and spending hundreds of dollars on fake lashes, okay? You can buy this and then you can save money. You can, pretty much there's a multitude of emotions and feelings that these girls are buying into when they're buying this product.
Like anything on my lashes, it is so soft and it doesn't bother me. It is stuck on. It looks very natural if you
looks natural. Handling objections, okay? Your ad should be always handling objections throughout the video.
Look from top and even the bottom. I also wanted to show you guys how easy it is to take it off and it doesn't damage any of your lashes.
Okay, how to take it off. It's easy. It doesn't damage your lashes, okay? So handling those objections again. Let's look at another video.
This lash is magic for women over 50.
Okay, this is a different type of demographic. So they're trying this new ad and obviously it's working because it's been running for how long? 83 days.
I used to spend hundreds on extensions, but they were damaging.
I just want to quickly emphasize that this is an AI voiceover. So again, I do show you how to use these AI voiceovers inside my community, the softwares I use, how to actually find the right voice and the thing is, your goal is to, when you're using these AI voiceovers, you download the AI voiceover and you have your own B-roll. Okay.
My lashes until I found these self-adhesive clusters by Lash Buddy that sit under your real ones. Look at how they blend seamlessly. That difference is insane.
Again, before and after, you can see that.
Seamlessly. That difference.
Before and after, showing a transformation. Okay, people want to transform from this to this, and showing the proof, undeniable proof. Always in your ad is all about undeniable proof.
Is insane. You just pick them up from the cute little box and stick it right under your natural lashes. No more messy glue or expensive salon visits. They stay put for up to 7 days per application, and you can remove it easily without any tugging or pulling to your natural lashes. Plus, you can even customize your look by using different lengths of clusters.
I did 2 12s on the outer edges, and then 2 10s in the middle, and then 1 8 right here.
This is the biggest time saver in my beauty routine, and I'm not the only one who made the switch.
More social proof, other people using the product. Okay, you don't want to sell your product and not have other people using or holding your product. Okay, it's very important you have proof, and the customer is not a lab rat. Okay, they don't want to feel like they're the first ones trying it. All right, what was this hook? So we look at this hook right here. This lash is magic for busy mums. Again, calling out a certain demographic. Okay, so the thing is, this brand probably felt like there was a lot of other brands angling it towards teenage women. So they decided to change up their angling and target older mums, which is fantastic. Like, I love when brands pivot to find new markets, okay?
This lash is magic for busy moms. I used to spend hundreds on extensions, but they were damaging my lashes until I found these self-adhesive clusters by Lash Buddy that's...
You see how it's always the same voiceover, because they're using AI for the voiceovers to test these angles, okay, without spending money on UGC.
Sit under your real ones. Look at how they blend seamlessly. That difference is insane. You just
again
pick them up from the cute little box and stick it right under your natural lash.
So this is the same script but with different clips, okay, and a different hook. You can see there's 2 different hooks over there. Lash Magic for women over 50, it's pretty much saying mums, and then Lash Magic is for busy mums, okay. Another hook here, oh my gosh, I'm not good at makeup, can I apply this? Okay, handling objection in the hook, I'm not good at makeup. So we look at this.
I'm not good at makeup. Can I apply these? That's exactly why I created Lash Buddy. I was tired of struggling with traditional lashes. The glue was a mess, the application felt impossible, and mainstream lash brands just weren't designed with beginners in mind. So I made it my mission to create the easiest lashes ever.
So story, this is a storytelling ad. I love storytelling ads. I talk about this in other videos. Story, how can you tell a story about your product? How can you evoke emotion in your ad? Okay, it's all about emotions, playing with people's emotion. Okay, not playing, getting people emotional, because people buy when they're in their emotional state. Okay, they feel the pain, they want to fix it, they want to change their lives, they want to transform. That's the best time to sell them, is when they're, I wouldn't say at their lowest, but when they're feeling emotional, because that's how people buy. That's why people buy Louis Vuitton bags, okay? Because they get emotional, they buy designer, they spend money they don't need to, okay? Because they want a certain feeling, okay? They can't deal with their emotions, okay? But I guarantee you, like, so many times when I was young and I was into like buying designer and buying a lot of stuff, like right now, I don't really buy anything anymore. I'm all about just like making money now. But when I used to want to buy things, a quick like designer, especially designer. I used to like designer when I was young. Like I used to buy Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all that stuff when you're young and you want to be cool with all your friends and stuff. I used to want to buy that, but what I realized is I only bought that when I got emotional and when I was with my friends, okay? Because we want to be cool and stuff like that. I saw my friends wearing it, social proof. Like that's why I bought stuff, because I saw other people wearing it. But now what I do is if I want to buy something, it looks cool, I look at it, I'll wait like a week, and if I'm still into it, yeah, I'll buy it. But 90% of the time, I get over that feeling of emotion to buy that product. So you gotta understand, when we're selling products online, we are pretty much trying to get people emotional and take action right there. Okay, that's why it's always good to figure out how you can create urgency or some sort of FOMO for people to buy right then and there.
With fun designs that actually work for real people. I tested countless samples before finally perfecting these self-adhesive clusters, obsessing over every detail until we created lashes and packaging that stand out from everything else on the market. They literally take seconds to apply, no special skills required. Perfect for anyone who's ever felt defeated by complicated lash routines. The clear band sits right under your natural lashes, so even if your placement isn't perfect, just gently remove and try again. No sticky glue disaster. I've watched complete beginners transform their eyes in under
Complete beginners transform their eyes. Again, handling the objection of, do you need some sort of skill to do this? Okay, because that would be my question. But transform beginners' eyes. Okay.
minute. The look on their face when they realize, wait, I actually did that, is everything. Beauty shouldn't be complicated. Lash Buddy makes it simple. And that was our mission from the start. We're still evolving, but I'm so proud of what we've created.
There we go. Really good ad, guys. Really good ad. You can see they're launching new ads a lot, but they've recently turned those off. You see how much they're testing, guys? This is just a testament of why this brand is doing 200K per month. But I'm gonna quickly scroll out of right here, and you can see that same, so Lash Buddy here, 120 inactive ads. So they've tested so many ads. Okay, a lot of you guys come to me and you guys have tested like 3 ads. Okay, like these guys have tested like 1,000, over 1,000 ads. Okay, you can see how consistent they are with testing ads. Okay, like it's not like it costs a lot of money to test this many ads. All right, you can cut ads as soon as you see like a metric isn't right, but to be honest, you probably don't need to launch this many ads. The only reason I think these guys have to launch this many ads to test is because they are in a slightly saturated kind of niche, because lashes, again, it's really high margin. So it's going to be a lot of competition because people like that really high margin. It's similar to skincare and cosmetics. Cosmetics and skincare are all very high margin products. I remember when I was in skincare, that was like one of the first brands I ever started was a skincare brand. And I used to get skincare for less than $1. And then no, it was like $1 something, and then I would sell it for $69. Okay, so that's a really high margin. It sounds like good margins, but again, that was when I didn't know anything about marketing. But now, if I knew what I knew now, it'd be a lot easier to get that to work. But I was in a competitive space. But again, the main thing I want you to take away from this video is evoking emotion and telling a story about your product. Okay, in your ads, it's not always about sell. It's about story, emotion, and the market you're targeting. Okay, but yeah, we can actually have a look at their website. Okay, so when they land on their website, it's not too complex. Look at how others are loving their product. So social proof, more social proof, 97,000 people made the switch. Easy mess-free application. For some reason the photos aren't loading. Here we go. How to use it, their brand versus other brands, your lashes, frequently asked questions, and reviews. So very simple, clean page. Again, when it comes to your website, less is always more, I feel, and always have a lot of white space on your website so that people can digest your website. Very simple. Because you see how when I'm scrolling down, so let's say for example we're looking at it on the phone. Okay, we land here, we look at a few before or afters, we're digesting the benefits, we're digesting the offers. But if we want to know more, we can scroll down, we can see, look at how many other people using this product. Like, it's not like too many words. Like I see a lot of brands use too many words in their copy. Okay, we want people to actually read it, and for people to actually read it has to be quick and sharp. Okay, see it in action, easy, mess free. Like I'm not even reading these words. I'm reading the big fonts, quick, gentle, versatile, comfortable. I'm not reading this other stuff here. Okay, how to apply, why our lashes outshine others. I'm not even reading that. I'm just looking at the graph. What does this mean? No messy, this, that. I can see, why they're better than other brands. Step-by-step guide. If I want to look at how to use it, I'd click this. It's easy to digest. Your website should be very easy to digest. Less is more, okay? Yeah, amazing website. Really good website. And if we look here, we can see if they're introducing any new products. Not really. You can see here, strips refills. So they're selling refills. That could be like a subscription. Applicator. I would even sell like a lash curler as well. Just throw it in there, have that as a free gift or something, because I don't think they're that expensive. But yeah, I just wanted to, again, also the takeaway from this video is margin. Okay, find products that have huge margins. Okay, that's how you have a healthy business. You want to build something healthy long term, and repeat customers. Healthy margin, repeat customers. If you guys can get this on a subscription, you're pretty much laughing, because you're getting the product for less than $1. You're selling it for $60. Okay. But yeah, if you guys want to learn how to execute on your own brands, there should be a link below. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.